back the clock to the late 19th century, Montauban, southern France, a series of disappearances had left the town in fear. All suspicion pointed to one abandoned manor at the end of Rue des Fleurs. That night, local police forced entry. The moment the iron door gave way, a suffocating stench of death rolled out. Several officers vomited on the spot. They descended into a damp cellar, walls slick with moss, the floor colder than a morgue slab. Lantern light flickered across a nightmare. Corpses scattered on straw, blood clotted into thick black stains. Chests split wide open, organs spilling out. Some bodies twitched, feeble hands clawing at the air, eyes rolled white, still following the light, half alive, half gone. And at the center stood a tall figure, a long black cloak, a cracked plague doctor mask, calmly writing in a leather journal. He did not flinch, not even with rifles aimed straight at him.
A trembling officer shouted, "Drop it! Don't move!"
The figure slowly raised his head, and from behind the mask came a rasping voice. "I am the cure." Seconds later, one officer collapsed, his body seized violently, eyes bulged, foam spilling from his mouth. Within 10 seconds, dead. Gunfire erupted, smoke filled the chamber, but through the haze, the masked figure remained still, unmoved, unafraid, like a physician observing his patients. Reports continued for days. Witnesses swore the man in black walked the town square. One touch on a blacksmith's shoulder, instant death. Autopsy revealed sudden systemic failure. No wounds, no trauma, just lights out. An embedded agent described another encounter. 049 knelt beside a dead dog, whispered in Old French. Moments later, the animal stirred, stood, its eyes blank, body staggering like a puppet on strings. The team incinerated it on sight. 049 watched, silent, before murmuring, "It has been cured." The Foundation's predecessors intervened. Gas, stun grenades, a reinforced transport cage. After hours of struggle, the entity was secured. Yet on the final frames of surveillance tape, just for a fraction of a second, dozens of cloaked silhouettes stood behind SCP-049, then gone. Inside Site 19, the entity was examined. Height 1.9 meters, weight 95 kilograms, apparel inseparable from its body. The robe, gloves, mask, all fused to its skin like a second layer of flesh. 049 communicates in multiple medieval dialects: French, English, Italian. Polite, measured, always referring to itself as a physician. Its mission: to treat humanity of a so-called pestilence. Contact with 049 is fatal. Direct skin-to-skin touch leads to death in under 10 seconds. No injuries, no external cause. The body simply shuts down. Afterward, 049 retrieves surgical tools from within its robes. Scalpels, clamps, forceps, source unknown. The procedure lasts up to an hour. When complete, the victim rises again. These reanimated subjects, designated SCP-049-2, are mindless. They shuffle, groan, lash out violently. EEG scans show zero brain activity. Yet, 049 defends them, insisting the disease has been cured. Temperature readings always 34.7 degrees C. Surface tests, sterile. No microbes, no trace of life. But the meaning of its pestilence remains unknown. At first, 049 cooperated, writing in journals, requesting patience. When pressed, it only offered one explanation. A sickness of the soul. You are all infected. Then, containment faltered. During one interview, a researcher slipped an arm past the barrier. One touch, instant death. 049 calmly requested a surgical table. Security was forced to gas the chamber. Weeks later, anomalous activity. Surveillance shows 049 standing motionless, facing the wall for hours. At 23:47, Site 19 Sector C lost power for 12 seconds. When lights returned, 3 blood rings marked the floor. Microphones recorded a whisper. "They are coming. I am not alone." Another test. A D-class was introduced. As always, death followed by surgery. But when the subject rose, it looked directly at the camera and spoke. "The disease is within you." Only then did it regress into a standard 049. 2. The subject was terminated immediately. August 19th, 2:15 a.m. Alarms tore through Site 19. 049's containment cell unlocked itself. Cameras caught the entity stepping into the corridor. Behind him, 7049-2 instances. Gunfire thundered. Screams echoed through intercom. Amid the chaos, one voice cut through.
"The pestilence spreads. You fools believe it was only me."
0221, an agent dragged to the floor, throat crushed by a reanimated hand. 023, hallway lights flickered. Dozens of cloaked figures multiplied in the feed. 0225, cameras shook violently, static drowning the sound. 0227, total white noise. By 0404, systems rebooted. The hall stood empty. No SCP-049, no 049-2, no bodies. Only dark streaks of dried blood leading to the eastern gate. The final note in the file reads, "The pestilence has not ended."